Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Spider the Don, and of course, DJ
Trini D. They call me Trini D. What up, world? Thursday night school. We in here.
We back, man.
We are back.
You know what? We got some big news, bro.
What's up?
We are officially on iTunes.
We are officially on iTunes podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was thanks to you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks to y'all. I mean, we've been building towards this moment since I first started this show. And of course, now that I have my co-host Trini, man, everything's A-okay, man. We're doing a lot of cool stuff.
For sure. I'm excited, man. We really, every week I feel like we are uploading on a new platform. We have all of our YouTube video clips up now. You can watch the full interviews there as well. So now we got the iTunes coming up.
Of course.
We did the Spotify Anchor thing we are working on as well. So
yeah.
A lot of good stuff coming out. We just appreciate y'all tuning in, honestly. Thursday Night School. Thanks to y'all.
All right, man. We got some other stuff. I'm just inviting some more people to watch the show. Of course, you know, each and every Thursday we're here. We took a little break. I was in New York, you know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Got the Tim's on.
Oh, money.
Got the Tim's on from New York.
Money, son.
Let me stop.
B.
B, what's up,
Dead
son?
ass.
Dead ass.
Like B, son.
Yeah.
Money.
My mother, son? My mother, son? You know what I'm saying? But,
my man straight came into New York, bro.
came from New York, man. But
I was a man. Talk to him. How was NYC? How's the weather? That's what I want to know.
Shit, it was cold as hell, bro.
It was cold. What was it like?
First day I got there, that night snowed. Snow was on the ground for the whole time. Then I was trying to fly out that the next day. Not the next day, but that following Monday. And my flight got canceled, and Frontier canceled all the flights they had for that day.
Oh man!
And I had to book another flight. Another $200 came out my ass, but you know, it is what it is.
Damn,
know?
I didn't know all that happened. That's crazy, man. That's insane.
Yeah.
So the weather really was shitty.
Weather really kind of washed me out, but other than that, it was all right. I had enough jacket, had a sweater, so
Eesh.
It was good. Shouts out to Ali Ossie, and you know what I mean? He's out here say, what's up, bro? Keep pushing, my G. Of course, my G. I'm here.
Keep pushing back, G. Keep pushing. We all pushing out here. Appreciate the love, man. Keep pushing, brother. Yeah, man. The last 2 weeks, I was here. I wasn't in New York. But I was chilling, bro. I was honestly just enjoying being in Orlando, man. I'm on this like health binge, so like I'm not trying to go out or do anything like that. So
that's why you haven't seen me on Wednesdays, brother.
Hey, man, that's why I'm really just trying to ease off that shit too, man. It's just I love the nightlife, I love that club shit, but man, my health is way more important than that.
Big facts. That's not to talk down about the nightlife. We actually are DJs, so we actually do this.
Yeah, but like when you DJ so much and you go out so much, like that's it. Like I don't want to go out downtown unless I'm getting a check. You know what I mean? Bruh, people invite me to Wall Street downtown all the time. People invite me to clubs, and I'm just like, am I DJing? Nah, I'm good. On the real, bruh.
Like, I love our homeboy DJ Chino, but yeah, I love him. I try to go out there once every other week. Try not to do too much.
And it's the same. I mean, I rock with him. He cuts me checks sometimes, and it's just like sometimes he invites me to his gigs, and I'm just like, if I'm not there, man, like I'm trying to enjoy these nights at home. Exactly. I love popping the melatonin, you know, using my freaking eucalyptus spearmint lotion and going to bed, bro. Like I got aromatherapy.
Ladies, you heard that?
I'm telling you.
Eucalyptus lotion.
Yo, I go to Bath and Body Works. I know how to take care of my body. Shit.
Oh, he can take care of you, ladies.
Yeah, I'm saying.
And he's single.
Yeah, that lavender lotion ain't for me. That's for y'all. All right. That's like that Cat Williams joke. I don't love it, but bitches do.
Exactly. You know what to do. You know what to do. But of course, we have a lot of news to cover. What we got going on, man?
A lot of stuff has been going on in the past 2 weeks. I guess the very first thing, R. Kelly. We are back at him.
Yeah, we back. The Aura.
The Aura.
The Pied Piper.
Oh, my God, man.
Nah, he had some really nasty nicknames. Let's be real.
I mean, Dave Chappelle's skit. This is what I think of right now.
Yeah.
I just think of that whole skit. Drip, drip, drip. That's just what I can't stop thinking about it.
Who on YouTube? But I'll tell you this, man. For historically, I have a lot of love for R. Kelly's music. What inspired a generation. You wouldn't have your favorite R&B artist right now for once for R. Kelly. Trey Songz wouldn't have a career for one for R. Kelly.
So true.
Of course, the things that he is accused of are like heinous. But I want to also say that we need to get a little breath and reprieve. Let him have his words. I know people are making fun of him crying and making fun of him spazzing out during the interview. But if your life was on the line and your livelihood was on the line, and if that was you, I'm sure you would be just as emotional, just as expressive.
And I think that's what I got out of watching that the most. Like, I really just try to be more reflective. And I'm like, yo, if I was in his shoes, how would I act? Like, would you really act that calm? You know what I mean?
Nah.
The fact that he knowing that you don't even have enough money to pay child support that night, or like, you know, nights after that interview, that you're probably gonna go to jail off of that. Yeah. Would you act that calm, or like that you think you could, that he should be, or would you really just snap like he did? And he said it. He was like, "I'm sorry, I'm only acting like this because it's the first time I got to speak. It's the first time I got to say something." So, not defending him at all for anything, but it's just, I agree, like, that interview was painful.
It was really painful to watch. Sorry, I just dropped the cap to my drink. But it was painful to watch. It was important, but it was important for him to get his words out.
Absolutely.
And hopefully the truth will come out. I heard people make some comments of like, you can't be accused of something for 10 years and nothing be there. But also, you can't, if you beat a Fed case, you know what I mean? And it's nuances to the whole situation. We gotta have everybody have their say and have their day in court. So if all else being said, that's all I got to say. In both cases of the Michael Jackson situation and the R. Kelly situation, there's one current theme here, that the parents were knowledgeable of this interaction going on. There's been evidence of some parents like signing their daughters up to hang out, stay with R. Kelly. They approved of the situation. Then later on down the road, they didn't approve of the situation. There's evidence of that going on with Michael Jackson. But the thing is, you got to hold everybody who's involved with the situation accountable. If it's going to be R. Kelly, if it's R. Kelly going down for this, his managers need to go down.
Yeah.
Some of the people who enabled him to do this thing need to go down.
And that's the conversation that I keep hearing happening too. But I agree, they need to be justifiable for it. Like, the kids with the Michael Jackson situation is really the one that's just like, what is going on? You know what I mean? But I can't lie, it's the same exact situation with the R. Kelly one. And I've actually talked more about that with coworkers and friends, because it's just, yo, if you know what this man's been accused for, this tape that he had of him not just having sex with an underage girl, but peeing on her, drip, drip, drip. You can't think that it's okay for her to go to this concert, let alone, like, I think one of the guys in the documentary went with the girl to the concert and then let her go with R. Kelly after. Yeah. So, like, everything about that whole situation is like, yo, we are not justifying R. Kelly, but you got to be held accountable for your horrible parenting. Like, child services need to get your ass.
And then on top of that, the women who are with R. Kelly right now, they're not underage. They're of age. They're of sound mind and clairvoyance to make this decision. So, at what point does personal accountability come into this? Well, at what point? Let me turn down the mic on the background so we don't have that much feedback.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to everybody that tuned in. I see my boy Matthew Brown and Kenny in here. Shout out to y'all boys. Appreciate it.
By the way, share the video, man. We're really trying to get as many people involved in this discussion with Thursday Night School as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't not leave out personal accountability. I feel there's a lot of things that a lot of people leave out when it comes to these situations. Ollie says he's still going to play his music though.
Yeah, and so with R. Kelly, I feel like that interview was really just hurtful just to watch. Just like painful. Just to like sum that up, like I feel everybody is giving Gayle King a lot of commending, I guess, because she did a great job. Her composure was perfect. Yeah, and I think it was just great to watch. But when you see the pain in what he's saying, it's hard, because he's even saying what we're talking about. Yeah. He's like, how could I do this to little kids? Like, you know, they let me, like, I didn't have them in chains and things like that. Like, they were willing and all this stuff. So it's hard, like you're saying, for that personal accountability to not be in there. Yeah. With the women with R. Kelly, I'm not, saying anything. I've watched that whole documentary series, and it's very hard not to believe them in the way that their pain is and their story is. But there are some stories to where it's like, we can kind of tell you were trying to get something out of this, or maybe just being stuck in the fandom and the stardom of R. Kelly. But there is personal accountability for it. But it's just, the whole situation is crazy to me, man. Like, very much I don't get how we got to R. Kelly and Michael Jackson in the same fucking part of the year. Just that. It was just like, and both were from documentaries, and then they're just getting like, This is a hell of a year for mental health.
Yeah, exactly.
And psychology, like.
All right, but let's take the next step down to go to the Michael Jackson situation.
Of
This
course.
is where I think the Michael Jackson situation, such as the Nick DeRosa and REA for tuning in.
Shout out.
My homeboy Track. Hey, Nick, why weren't you at David Robertson's wedding?
Oh, whoa. Oh, damn.
That's my homeboy Track teammate. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Nick, bro, it was hella sober. We could have used your humor, but it's okay.
All right.
Anyway. But back to the conversation. Like, we take the turn to Michael Jackson. It's two of the people who have been consistently accusing Michael Jackson of the situation.
Yeah.
There has not been other people who were in the scenario as them.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy KG Kyle. I see you coming in.
Macaulay Culkin has came to Michael Jackson's defense.
Yeah.
What's the other childhood star? His first name is with the C. His last, Corey Feldman, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
He came to Michael Jackson's defense.
A lot of people. Yeah.
A lot of people have come to Michael Jackson's defense right now. But the thing is, it's important to realize, like, at this point, what do those people really have to gain now that Michael Jackson's not here to defend himself?
Well, I think it's just the day and age we live in of, everybody has to tell the truth and everybody is now being heard. Yeah. Like, that's the best way to put it. Before, people didn't really hear you when you talked about these things. And you especially talk about Michael Jackson, man. The one thing I wanted to say and always say, Michael Jackson's story is the most brushed under the rug story ever.
You mean talking about his life story?
Like, no, his allegations and his accusations and things of that. Yo, every single person brushed that shit under the rug. And there were so many facts that are still now being shown in that documentary. So it's just like...
But also, you got to realize that these two children who are grown men now, they perjured themselves. They lied on the stand.
Yeah.
So at what point do we have to take that into account and really hold their testimony?
Well, what they use to say against it is the mental health aspect, the psychological aspect of it. Trauma is something that would make you forget, repress memories. Even if you did remember, you wouldn't admit it in that type of public forum because of your trauma and past issues of it. So, and not that I could say that's a good buyout, but I could believe that. I've never been through something traumatic like that.
I understand, but at this point, you can't really take this is just me telling the whole situation. I really love Michael Jackson, but at the end of the day, if he did these nasty things, he did nasty shit. But at this point, at what point does somebody's word have to be held to a standard? If you said this, then you said this on the stand, it did happen. You said you lied, said, oh, it didn't happen. Now, 20 years later, you come back and say, oh, by the way, it did happen. What story am I supposed to believe?
Well, I mean, that's just the whole craziness of the case, man. This case started in 1993.
Yeah.
And he was accused of, acquitted of all the charges.
Yeah.
Then 10 years later on the dot, 2003, more evidence happened. They stripped his whole freaking house down.
But nothing
that they
showed
found.
Up.
But so that's my point. When it comes down to now, when it keeps coming back, I think that's something to take into account. I don't think that's necessarily...
It's coming back from the same people.
Maybe there's some truth to it,
Here's what I feel. I do feel that Michael Jackson was one of those people who were special and had was afflicted with some type of trauma from his childhood that caused him to want to be around younger people than usual.
It's very easy to say he didn't have a youth, so he needed to have that.
Yeah,
and that's what it was.
And also, I will also think that I don't think Michael Jackson. I don't believe the fact that I don't believe that he abused the kids. I don't believe he had sex with the kids. But I would go as far as saying I think that he had an unnatural, a little closer. He was probably a little closer to the kids than he needed to be. Meaning, like, maybe he was just being a little too creepy around the kids. You know what I'm saying?
My whole thing is, after watching that documentary, I don't know what to believe, because there's some clips in there of, like, just him holding hands with the little kids, you know what I mean? Like, literally in an interview. And I'm just like, yo, you are 35-year-old Michael Jackson, 45-year-old holding these little kids' hands. And I'm just like, that is, I don't know what to believe after watching this footage. And that's why I think there's something to say where it keeps coming back, because now people paying attention. People are opening ears. So, but watch the footage, bro. Like, I haven't seen both parts of that documentary, but when you do, you're just like, I hate to admit it, but like, it's tough.
Like I do admit Michael Jackson was a little too close to these children. Of course, in today's world, it becomes more and more crazy to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fact that these kids' parents, once again, we're going to put the parents in this situation. We're like literally bringing their children to be around somebody like this. Like at what point after you heard one story, do you stop bringing your kid around Michael Jackson?
Yeah, and you don't know if that's just because.
I guarantee you, my mom would say, "Oh, we love Michael, but you can go see him, watch him perform, but nah, you ain't staying at his house."
There is a documentary on Netflix called Abducted in Plain Sight.
Yeah.
And it tells a true story of how this dude literally wanted to abduct these two couples' daughter. Mm-hmm. He did it by ending up sleeping with the wife and then ending up sleeping with the husband. And then eventually,
that's nasty,
bro, that's just some psychotic stuff. This is a true story. It's a documentary on Netflix. I'm not getting paid to promote this, but I should. But anyways.
On our platform, though? Well, come on, bro.
But anyways, it literally just show how easy it was for this guy to manipulate people and for them to just literally buy into it to the point where he ended up kidnapping the daughter twice.
Yeah.
Twice. Insane.
Not once, twice.
Literally. So when you think about and watch that documentary, you're like, damn, so how easy is it for these people to get manipulated and just buy into these celebrityisms and just, he's Michael Jackson. Of course, I love him. I'm going to give him my kid. Like, that's weird.
Fandom is in itself a very weird thing. We see nowadays girls go hard for Beyonce, but they about ready to fight somebody for Beyonce, and y'all don't even know Beyonce. This Beehive, y'all attack. The Beehive attacks people with the ferocity on Facebook, on Twitter, for just saying one objective opinion.
I don't fuck with the Beehive at all.
And Beyonce, let's be real, Beyonce really can give two shits about y'all dressing up to go to her concert, about y'all spending $200, $300, $400 to sit wherever y'all sitting. Beyonce is going to make her money regardless. But the fact that the Beehive, I mean y'all are thinking to the Beehive, is going so hard. And this let's be real. This is anybody's fan base. Anybody's rabid fan base.
Yeah.
Future.
Yeah, I was gonna say Future Hive is right up there.
Kanye's fan base, which you're a part of.
Yeah, you're right.
Who else? Who else is a good fan base to consider?
A lot of these new rappers got huge fan bases, man.
I'm talking about like the more sick and ferocious. Drake's fan base is out there too.
Yeah.
Like dropping was it devil emojis on people?
Oh my god, yeah. I ain't really,
But the idea of fandom in its current most wild form.
People get obsessed.
People
love that character.
I've seen girls faint from in front of somebody that they're literally 10, 20 feet away from. Like, it's like, yo, you were nowhere near him, but how, like, remember how Charlie said, Charlie Murphy said, like, he saw Prince's aura.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever been that starstruck.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's a good point.
Like, but when you get that starstruck, I guess whatever. I don't know. I've never been that starstruck yet. I think when I go, especially as a DJ, when I go to concerts, like I'm trying to be, hey, I'm just chill in the corner. Like, I've seen people perform in person. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, if they were to shake my hand, like, oh my god, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, and don't get me wrong, you are talking about two mega stars, R. Kelly and Michael Jackson. So yeah, I guess if you do get starstruck, you see their aura. But does that make you give up your kid for them? You know what I mean? Knowing what these motherfuckers have been.
Obviously for R. Kelly, lets girls want to, hey, I want to stay with you for the rest of my life.
And so, but so that's for that one. It's hard to explain because there are, and I'm not saying all of them, but there are literally one or two occasions of those where they're like, oh yeah, we did go here willingly. But then at the same time, I can't deny R. Kelly's, captive, personality and things like that. Yeah. But it just goes back to this whole thing we're talking about accountability and being starstruck into it. Like, if you know or see or allege that this person has done some stuff, you can't be just struck by the fact that they're famous and talented and just have you ignore all those things.
And that even ties into the fact that he was bailed out by a female fan. 100 racks, bruh.
He couldn't even afford it.
Couldn't even afford it.
Like, that's crazy. He couldn't even afford the child support. He went to jail the night of the interview.
Yeah.
Which is wow.
And it's ridiculous to the point right now because he makes his money on the road. He makes his money off touring.
Yeah, that's all he does now.
That's all he does. I guarantee his publishing is crazy.
Man.
And he makes no money because all his money goes to child support. All his money goes to these multiple houses that he lives in with these women. So financing a lifestyle is where his money goes to.
It's just, to me, I don't know what to believe. You know, his court date is on March 22nd. We'll find out what happens with R. Kelly then. You know, we really will just see what they have, you know, if the jury believes it. I don't think anybody, I'll say this, I don't think anybody is really on R. Kelly's side right now. You know what I mean? There are some conspiracy theories who are like, oh, they're doing it to shut down R. Kelly and take his music. And that's what R. Kelly was claiming in that interview. You know what I mean?
Well, I can see that. I can see them. I'm not afraid to say it. Character assassination is the oldest trick in the book,
and it's happened multiple times.
To turn public opinion against you. It's the oldest trick in the book.
It's easy.
It's been happening for generations to successful black men.
And that's the biggest. That's why it's a reasonable conspiracy, because people have said it will bill. You know what I mean? People have said, why did Harvey Weinstein not get his charge as much? You know, like he got charged for it, but he got bailed out or whatever.
Yeah,
he's done.
Harvey Weinstein, all he got was, oh, you're charged.
Pay a mill.
And he got to go to this rehab situation.
Yeah.
Like,
while Cosby's locked up for a long time, you know, they're gonna put R. Kelly probably, I'm pretty sure, done. So again, I'm not saying I'm on that side, but I don't think besides people who are supporting those theories of like, oh, they're the character assassination of a black man, famous black figure, nobody's on his side. Yeah. Nobody is literally like, I believe him. Nobody says, I believe I can fly.
Here's how I feel. I believe
I can fly.
No, don't do that. Y'all heard that shit? Don't do it. Don't let him get off that.
I can't even listen to that song anymore without just thinking it's him talking about something else.
But here's how I feel. I feel I have there is a reasonable doubt in my head I could see him getting out. There is, even in the other situation with Michael Jackson. In my mind, there's a reasonable doubt to, like I said, they perjured themselves. Yeah. You can't take their word for anything now. Yeah. So in my mind, there always is a reasonable doubt. Do I support his actions or if these alleged actions? No. But if I realistically look at the situation, I have an objective way to see how we can get out of the situation. Yeah. This situation is really hard to talk about because in both scenarios, you don't want that to be your child. You don't want that to be your girlfriend. You don't want that to be your wife. You don't want that to be your auntie, your mama, who's in the situation.
Anybody
who's around you. You wouldn't want that to be your nephew or niece in the Michael Jackson situation. So it's important for us to legitimately think very objectively about these two scenarios, and also be able to understand how these people need to be held accountable if they did it. Yeah. And like I'm saying, at what point, what are they really trying? You got to think, what are they really trying to get out of the Michael Jackson situation? They're not going to get no money.
I don't think they're trying to get anything, and I just really think it's just people speaking up now that it's a time to speak up. Again, that belief and theory is very true. They could just be people trying to take down his career and his money and stuff like that. But again, for that one, I just feel like that one is, I don't know if we're going to figure that one out. Just because he's done, he's gone, he's been charged twice for it, they swept his house, nothing. So it's hard. It's hard to combat that. Of course, you could watch a documentary and believe these people's testimonies, which I do. I'm not denying that. But it's hard to deny the fact that there's nothing been found against him, you know? Yeah. So, again, and I feel you on that, man. Like, with that, I don't know what they have to gain on that. But I just feel like we are in a time where people want to talk more about that, so that's what it is. But shoot, with R. Kelly though, we gonna find out, and that's the scary part. Like, Michael Jackson died before we got to find out. Yeah. We gonna find out with R. Kelly, and from watching that interview, it just seemed like he was just desperate, man. It just seemed like it was out of pain. He knew what was coming, in my opinion. So that's my theory. Yeah, you know what I mean.
And I feel like if we open up the comments to everybody to express their opinion, please do express your opinion on how you feel about these situations.
Put your facts in the chat. Shouts to my boy Andres who just tuned in.
Shouts to my homegirl Amber. Shouts out to my cousin Stevie in the building.
All day.
Shouts out to Ali, Miss Jessica Walker, and Tan Terrius, all my family out there, and Miss Nikki. All I gotta really say is that this is a product of the political sense of our time.
Yeah.
Where we hope that this ultra sensitivity can be reined in, but also be able to be actioned upon.
Yes, justified.
Justified.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ultra sensitivity in this world right now is really tough to really to be like, oh, you know, everybody's like saying, oh, everybody's really soft right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's important for us to have the sensitivity to be able to take understand each other's feelings.
Yeah, for sure. And we need to. That's why I'm saying this is a time where people are understanding their feelings and like sharing those experiences. But to sum it up, man, because I don't know how we could go. Yeah, we could go all day on R. Kelly and MJ. Like we already put in 26 minutes of work, and I know everybody got a idea on it and how they feel on it. It's just at the end of the day, I really hate to see this happen to two really talented, famous people.
Yeah.
But I think I've said this on a few weeks ago when the Surviving R. Kelly documentary came out. We really need to get into that godly forgiving mode, and not to forgive these people, but to understand what the hell is going on. Like, what caused R. Kelly to not only urinate on an underage girl, but continuously apparently do this shit. To literally have multiple allegations multiple allegations of similar stuff. Make sure to have, you know, like, it's crazy what caused that. No sane person does that. And the same thing with Michael Jackson. We could probably pinpoint it back to the Jackson family and the abuse that his father and family had.
And there's stories of R. Kelly's having
a lot of stories of R. Kelly and his family having trauma and you know, just abuse. So let's just take a step back instead of just saying R. Kelly did that shit. Let's like banish him. Let's take a step back while this dude's alive and just be real and be like, if this is true, I want to get him into a real good psychologist while he is arrested and locked up, and just being like, what caused you to do this?
But we know how the jurisdiction situation, and I don't have the infrastructure for that. Or we have money for it, but we don't use the infrastructure for that.
Never. That's only in movies, you know what I mean?
And you know, prison is a profit-making enterprise, so
they want to put a profitable person in it. We get it, man.
Yeah. But let's be real. Let's get off this topic, bro.
Off it up.
Let's
talk about this event we got coming out, bro.
All right.
Let's do this.
All right, y'all. So this upcoming Tuesday.
Yes.
8:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. We are live at Peak Downtown for the Orlando Passport Showcase. Guys, we already have 8 artists. Woo! 8 artists already signed up to take part in this showcase. A couple people from Jacksonville, people from down south. We got some people majority of people from Orlando or in Orlando by way of other cities. Let's put it that way. It's a contest. Also a way for people to come together in the Orlando music scene to come together and network.
We are bringing Orlando and Florida-based rappers together. It's a dope event. We got a lot of performers.
Yes, we do.
We also got some judges. Tell them who the judges are.
Man, you just want me.
Just tell them who the judges are, bro. Just tell them.
We got 3 judges. One of our judges first up is Matane, the headline and act of the night.
Shout out Matane.
Shout out. This is Matane on Instagram. I remember his Instagram.
Got it.
Our second judge of the night is the person sitting across from me right here, DJ Trini.
They call me Trini D. I will be one of the judges at the Orlando Passport. We're going to kill it.
And our third and final judge is the tandem C Forte, who are the hosts for the night as well. So one thing I would probably do is actually designate one of them to actually be a host and one of them to actually be the judge, because there's 2 of them. But so that's probably what's going to happen is. But the headline act, of course, is This is Matane. Chicago-born rapper, Illinois-born. He's not from Chicago. He's from a suburb of Chicago,
Midwest, yeah.
And he actually came to Orlando when he was attending Full Sail. Has developed a nice fan base for himself here in the Sanford, Orlando area.
You can check out our episode, I believe 2 with him. You can check him out on YouTube.
Well, that was our first episode together.
Was it?
I think so.
Thursday Night School on YouTube. You'll find all the episodes. The one that says featuring Matane.
By the way, I posted all the YouTube link into my like page, so search DADON DJ Spider SPYDA on your Facebook, and you'll be able to pull up the YouTube link. Is on the most recent post I made on that page.
So the Orlando Passport this Tuesday night. Tell them what about the prizes, bruh.
All right, they are competing to win. So I want no bullshit artists competing to win. $150 cash money. Yeah. 2 hours of free studio time at East Room Studios. 2 free beats by Purebred Productions, and of course, as an opening act slot for the year-end concert that I'll be planning for around end of November. I'm trying to stay out of the way of the Classic because I don't want to get murdered.
Classic Weekend. Bro, I do not go out during Classic Weekend. It's hilarious, bro. DJ Envy is always here. Shout out to DJ Envy. Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
He's a Hampton grad. That's why he comes.
Oh, respect. He's always out here. He's always getting booked. And like, I'm always getting like some invite or some promo out there. And I'm like, I'm staying my ass home Classic Weekend, bro.
Exactly. So there will be no Orlando passport during Classic Weekend. Just let you know.
But right after or right before?
Yeah, right after, maybe 2 weeks. People be saving their money. So we're planning to do a concert around that November time, maybe early December.
For sure.
A year-end concert. I'm already contacting a couple artists to see what their schedule's looking like to book the artists. But each artist... Each quarter will be doing a New Orlando passport. The winning artist, of course, will go on to be an opening act. Also, our headliners are going to also be involved in the year-end concert as well.
For sure.
So I just want to continue to bring something fresh and new to the city and give artists an actual opportunity to win a tangible prize and network and enjoy themselves and really have a chance to promote themselves and actually put their music on stage. Because I'm so tired of artists like, oh, how do we get involved with you? Oh, by the way, another thing they'll get to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interview with us.
Let's do this.
On Thursday Night School.
They'll be right here. We'll give you the nice footage, make it look mad professional.
Exactly. So, like, I just want artists to be able to be involved in the community, have a platform for their music. And also, artists who come and participate, guess what? In between these conversational breaks, we're going to start incorporating breaks. We'll be playing local artist music.
Of course. So if you got some stuff submitted to us, we will be playing it. Even if you're a producer, you want your beats being heard, we'll play that shit. If you're a singer, you want your tracks being heard, we'll play that shit. And just come out there and network. Honestly, like, what type of event have you really seen downtown where there's Orlando-based artists and also some Jacksonville and South Florida-based artists? So it really is the hub of Florida. We're trying to make it the hub of the Florida.
Big facts. So I just want to make sure everybody is aware of the Orlando Passport. March 12th.
This Tuesday
coming up. Peak downtown Orlando. Doors open at 8:30. Tickets and door cost is $10.
It's gonna be lit. Check us out.
Also, you want more information? Contact the Fly at Knite, FLYATKNITE, Instagram, and my homegirl Nikki will hook you up with more information. Shout out to my social media entrepreneur Nikki, who's holding us down on social media.
For sure.
All right, man. Let's make the pivot. You know what I'm saying? What you got to talk to me, man?
What you got to talk to me?
All right, since I'm holding all the notes. All right. So how do you feel about LeBron A&Ring?
Oh, man.
Quote unquote. I don't know if I believe it.
Okay.
A&Ring 2 Chainz' new album.
All right.
And then second, how you feel?
What was that, last night?
Last night he passed MJ on the all-time scoring list.
Oh, man. So shout out to LeBron James. Anybody in here, if you a basketball fan.
If you hoop at all.
If you know anything about basketball, bro, that shit is legendary. I'll get to the 2 Chainz part in a second, but LeBron James has surpassed Michael Jordan.
It's a big deal.
Of like everything.
Big deal.
Points, rebounds, assists, like everything.
Is it official? Can we call him the GOAT now?
So that's the mark of the debate, man. Everybody is like, he's never going to get 6 rings. I'm pretty sure he got like 3 to 4.
Time out. The issue with that argument is...
Okay.
I'm looking at the camera. Michael Jordan won six rings in 6 games, right? But the fact is, LeBron James, the whole league has teamed up against him, and he still managed to win 3. And he went to 6. He went to the NBA Finals 6 other times. So he went to the finals by himself, alone. When he was first with the Cavs, he drugged them there.
He did
at least half the time.
Damn, he dragged them.
And then on top of that, he won 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, he still is. Everybody is teaming. Don't want to play with him because they're trying to beat him. They don't want to team up with. They don't want to team up with LeBron because they want to beat him themselves. Say they beat the best player ever in the world.
And I mean, first and foremost,
that's how I feel. I'm sorry, Michael Jordan, great player,
amazing player,
was the GOAT.
He was the GOAT.
On paper, LeBron James historically will go down better than Michael Jordan.
Is now the best. Now let's be real. All right. 2 of those championship wins he won were with these motherfuckers. All right. So shouts to Miami Heat for doing that. Shouts to D Wade and Chris Bosh.
We'll give you that.
But people will argue like, oh well, LeBron had to do that.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, bro, Jordan had Pippen, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Jordan had so many people. He had
Kerr.
Kerr, who was literally...
He had Dennis Rodman.
Rodman, bro. Like, so you can't tell me that there was never some type of advantage like those. People may not talk about those players, but they were amazing players, bro.
Yeah, and let's be real. The first couple years that Michael Jordan were with the Bulls, they ain't going nowhere. They got eliminated by who? The bad boy Pistons 2 years in a row.
So at the end of the day, I think the 6 rings argument, it's crazy. It's great. And I think it's
a good average.
It's awesome, yeah. But that's also a generational thing. You know what I mean? LeBron James, if you're telling me he has to compete against 6 rings, Michael Jordan ain't played the Golden State Warriors today, bro. Michael Jordan ain't never played nothing like the Golden State Warriors today. And so you can't tell me that's a fair argument because LeBron James is going up a goddamn freaking dynasty in the making.
Exactly. And I'll also tell you this. LeBron James is actually going up against an NBA that's designed to beat him. The NBA right now is that every team is designed to beat LeBron James. The only reason why you're seeing a wide open East right now is because LeBron James is not in the East. and another thing you got to understand is LeBron himself realizes this. And for the betterment of Cleveland, it was better that he left.
Yeah.
But then when you look at the NBA back in the 90s, they spread out the best players. The best players weren't clumping themselves on one team. It was more competitive because all the best players were spread out amongst the league. That's the reason why you can actually see Michael Jordan beating other teams easier because they don't have 3 or 4 players that are teamed up to beat him.
Yeah.
Shouts out to my football coach, Coach Witters.
What up? What up?
You know, that's the man who got me my scholarship right there.
Oh, that's respect.
What up, Coach?
What up, Coach? So you should enjoy this talk, Coach.
Yeah, we're talking about sports right now, Coach.
That's my point, man. LeBron James is going up against so much more. Like the Golden State Warriors, let's for real not put like any less weight on them. They are an unstoppable team.
Well, up until in the next 2 years, they're going to have to do free agency.
We'll see what happens, in the free agency. But there's so many great teams. Like you talk about the Rockets, bro, amazing freaking duo. You talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, amazing freaking duo. Boston Celtics. Michael Jordan ain't never had to play up against that.
Well, he played against Larry Bird.
But come on, Larry Bird at when?
And he played against Magic.
Yeah, all right, Magic is probably the only good one. But my whole point was, I don't think he won during those years. He literally won like right after, pretty much.
Yeah, on the backside of those two guys' careers. Yes.
Exactly, on the very peak or in the very end of their careers. So LeBron James surpassing this now, we gotta just stop about that whole 6 rings argument.
Yeah,
let's just be real and go down to facts. It's just like literally, and he's still going. LeBron James signed a 4-year contract. Yeah. He's on year 1 of that 4-year contract. If he quits after this 4-year contract and he's already beaten Michael Jordan in points, assists, rebounds, blocks, steals, everything, fuck the 6 rings, bro. He's the GOAT.
I'll also tell you this. Now that we look at the Lakers right now in their current state, do you think you give up Lonzo Ball?
I thought Lonzo Ball was going from day one. I think he is going, and I don't think...
Think they're going to get him off the team?
I don't think LeVar Ball can do shit. I think Lonzo Ball's gone. I think if the Lakers want to do shit, they got to let him go, bro. But we talking about getting AD. We still talking about getting Kawhi. Like, that shit is real.
And maybe get Kyrie.
That shit, and everybody's talking about, Kyrie and LeBron gonna come back. Bro, if that shit is real, first of all, this motherfucker's in Space Jam too. Let's just be real, all right? And like, what's crazy is he is shooting that shit this summer, and he passed Michael Jordan just yesterday.
Yeah.
How ironic and iconic is that, man?
But that's always been kind of tied up in the reason why he actually moved back to L.A. Moved to L.A.
for movies,
for Hollywood and production. You know,
and literally after year 1. But so that's my point. I feel that was what he's doing this first year. Was passing Michael Jordan in the stats, setting up Space Jam 2. He's going to do that in the offseason. But that's why he didn't care about this year in terms of winning.
I'm sure he did.
He tried, but he was out for like 14 games. And he's never been out for that long. So, like, on the real, he was just prepping and being like, hey, AD, what's up, man?
But I'll be real with you. I also got to point this out. I really feel like if we look at the stats of LeBron James currently right now, and we look at the stats with LeBron and without LeBron, and with Lonzo and without Lonzo, they've actually the LA Lakers have fared actually worse because they're missing a distributor.
Yeah, but they can get another one. You know what I'm saying?
If they get Kyrie, I wouldn't be mad if they take Kyrie.
Because Rondo is a good point guard, but he's not a distributor. You're right. I mean, he's a great passer, but he's not a great distributor. So.
He's a ball hog.
Yeah, straight up. And he's on the later end of his career, so he just wants to get some stats up. But imagine they get Kyrie, bro. Imagine they get Kyrie and AD. Let's say not even Kawhi, bro. It's done. It's done.
All I need is for Kyrie Irving to come in there and play like he's sorry. No, play like he's sorry to LeBron. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay. I was like, why you ain't gonna play sorry?
No, you gotta play like LeBron. My bad. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be straight.
Straight.
I mean, there's this rumor that we talked about while we was drunk at the beach. Yes, the rumors start there. And we was like, if Kyrie goes to LA, right?
Yeah.
Is Uncle Drew gonna be in Space Jam?
Oh,
how crazy would that be, bro?
That would be lit.
You heard it here first. Thursday night school.
Uncle Drew was on Space Jam. Uncle
Drew on Space Jam too.
Uncle Drew was in Space Jam too.
If that shit is real,
that's real.
That shit would be epic. Epic. I would love to see that, man. And he's already done the movie, so he got a little, acting in or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm so happy for LeBron James. I used to be a hater because I'm a Heat fan. I think we all are, a little salty about.
Well, I feel like he gave y'all what he promised.
This is what,
and that's where you can't be mad. Right. Cleveland can't be mad at him because he gave Cleveland what they promised.
He came back for Cleveland to do that, and that's some gangster shit. But as a Miami Heat fan, and you heard it from a diehard Miami Heat fan, this is why we were mad. This is why we burned jerseys. Because he came up in our goddamn arena.
Not one.
Not two. Motherfucker,
three.
Who gets traded to our team and shows a goddamn arena announcement of it with pyrotechnics and then Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade? Like, that's insane. And you come up promising 7 rings, which you damn well could have done if you stayed. And then after 4, you're like, no. So that's why we were mad, but now that time has passed by, like, we good, we Gucci. I could respect the hell out of him.
I'm gonna tell you, as a Orlando Magic fan, we'll never forgive Shaq.
I mean,
Dwight Howard's forever ruined, so we don't care about Dwight either.
So that's my point. Now that I can respect him, he's incredible. He is the GOAT. I could truly say LeBron James is the fucking GOAT. Like, I don't know how you could watch him still on his supposedly last 4 years of his career doing amazing things. You know how many buzzer beaters and threes he's had this season alone?
Well, I really think that the next step of his career after what was it? What year was it when he came back? Year 2 after he came back to Cleveland?
Yeah.
Where he started really investing in the Cleveland community as far as building schools and investing in local business there. I think these are the best years of LeBron James that we're going to get.
Yeah.
And he's actually doing more for the community than Michael Jordan ever did.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan ever will.
So Michael Jordan, honestly, and you've heard this many times, is probably an asshole.
Yeah, well, overall, Michael Jordan...
He's a billionaire, man. He's just like that rich motherfucker,
Michael Jordan has shown over years that he really could kind of care less about the whole situation. He's focused on building his wealth. He's kind of been focused on like just continuing to expand
the Jordan brand. Yeah,
and honestly, we gotta give Michael Jordan a lot of credit for him being the really at this point. At what point are we going to make Michael Jordan? Even if we give LeBron James the GOAT status, why do we still have Jerry West as the logo? Like, that should have been changed to Michael Jordan a long time ago.
Yeah, they can't change that. Jump with it.
I mean, you can. There's other poses Michael Jordan has you can take.
They just jumped with it.
Yeah, but I honestly,
he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. Michael Jordan. I really appreciate Michael Jordan. He's the reason why
he's the GOAT too, but
GOAT.
Just of like the 90s, man. Yeah. And now we watching the GOAT of like 20 years, basically.
But we're watching the GOAT overall now. Like, Michael Jordan was the GOAT of the 90s. Now LeBron is the GOAT of everything.
Just like, bruh, points, everything. Shout out LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's not only go to the music, or excuse me, he's not only go to basketball. He's also apparently trying to be the go to music.
Nah, I can't give him the go to music, but I love the fact that he dabbles in music enough.
I don't get it. They said he A&R 2 Chainz' new album, which is what is the title of the album?
From rapper
to the court.
Rap or go to the league.
Rap or go to the league, and rap or go to the league.
Let me double check that, guys.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. And so apparently LeBron James was the A&R on this. And I found out from
I really think
you're gonna say allegedly. Was this allegedly?
I really feel like they were using LeBron James's name and his notoriety, and giving him like A&R doesn't really mean
shit.
Doesn't mean shit in this the context.
No, it doesn't.
I really feel like LeBron James just lended his ears and I like that. I think
he came in the studio for the final session when he had like 40 tracks and he's like 2 Chainz is like pick 20. And he's like, all right, and that's it.
That's pretty much it.
And then he's like, all right, he A&R'd this shit, and it's like, come on now, come on.
Yeah, but overall, I like the fact that LeBron James is not just being another rapper who raps, another basketball
player that raps.
Like we got, Kevin Durant raps. We got Damian Lillard. We got Iman Shumpert. We got
Lillard though. Come on, Lillard can spit, bro.
Shumpman can spit too, boy.
like some of these
basketball players can rap, but I'm like the fact that he's taken this just fits in with LeBron's brand.
Yeah,
being the
boss, man, the director, the producer. Yeah, exactly.
So
I own this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what LeBron James is doing, and it just goes to him saying the GOAT and being the GOAT. But whatever he did with that album, that's cool. I will say I fucks with that album, man. It's a good album. 2 Chainz got a good vibe.
I love the album. The thing is, my only issue with the album is it's kind of I love the album. It's more mature sound for 2 Chainz.
People are saying this is his best album. If you haven't heard this new 2 Chainz album, people are saying this is 2 Chainz' best album of work.
I can't say this is 2 Chainz' best album. I like Pretty Girls Like Trap Music better.
That's his most popular, obviously most bangers. Yeah, like that's.
I can't say it's his best album. I liked it a lot, but it's not to me. It's not his best album. And y'all can see how I was thinking about it. I had to think about it, and sonically it's good. The beats are better high quality. They're uniquely they're a unique sound for this album, but the theme is all there. He has better features. I think he has some really good list of features on this album.
Dog, amazing features. He had Young Thug on this album. He had Kendrick Lamar on this album. Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Wayne, E40, Chance, and Kodak on the same song. And my man 2 Chainz had a song with Ariana Grande. You got that money, which is a great song. Like a good pop hook with 2 Chainz rapping. Like you would never think that this is 2 Chainz getting mainstream on y'all. And damn.
You can see I'm making the thinking face. Sorry for judging me.
But I get that because when you listen to it, this is no longer the freaking his mind. I get it. 2 Chainz. Yeah, like he's now more mature.
I do like that. I like 2 Chainz going on down this path
for sure.
But when you say it's his best project, you really have to think about projects that I've liked. And I've listened to a lot of 2 Chainz projects. Because of course, back when he was mixtape 2 Chainz and True Religion and all that stuff, a lot of his projects were still pretty solid, but they were in a different lane, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can't crown it as the best. I just can't. See, now you're making me really, really think about all these other music, which is okay. And I'll ask anybody to, whenever they listen to music, definitely please objectively think about the projects before you just give it, oh, this is the best shit ever.
And I'll agree with you on that. Like, I can't say that I think it's his best work, but I think it's really dumb when people come up with that type of stuff so early.
Yeah.
This shit just came out like 5 days ago, and people are like, "This is his best work," and it's like, first of all, give it some time to breathe on its own.
Yeah.
And then compare it into his liking of his work. I mean, to bring you another dose of Kanye, everybody does that. Everybody does that with Kanye's album, bro. Like, when Ye came out, like, not even 27 minutes after it came out, because that album was only 27 minutes long, they was like, yo, this is like number 7 on the rankings. Be like, bro, this is number 5. And it's not just the high.
You can't rank it.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, some albums you just don't even rank, bro. Like,
you gotta give it some time. You gotta let it breathe.
Lil Wayne had a rock album. You gonna rank that in the list of his freaking albums?
That album does not exist.
Some rappers like Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz, they had Collard Grove, which was a joint album. Yeah. Are you gonna rank that in that, or are you just gonna compare it as a collab project?
I leave it off the list.
I would leave it off the list. I would leave Kids See Ghost off the list. So I get that, and I don't like how people just are so quick to be like, "This is the first album ever." I agree. Listen to that bitch objectively and see if it's actually good. But check it out if y'all haven't listened to it.
Please listen to it.
Please check out 2 Chainz' new album. It's really
Since we're talking about music, man, we weren't here last week, so we didn't really get to react. What do you think of Offset's album?
I thought it was off. It was just all right. So we talked.
He said, "I thought it was off." Explain, bro.
I didn't.
Come on, man.
It was just like
I thought it was off.
It was off and then set. It was just. It was just. We talked about it before on a couple weeks before it came out.
Yeah.
How the Migos, I don't feel on their own can hold their own album. You know, it's like it's a lot of those quick 2-minute 30-second songs.
Yeah.
With Offset, I was looking forward to it just because I love these. Just seeing how the Migos are now doing these solo projects and people give a damn. But it was just, I mean, Red Room was dope, but without seeing it with the video, I played it at a club, and I was like, all right, you know.
Yeah, but he didn't have it. I don't think he really has a lot of songs on the album that are really...
No club bangers, I'll say that.
But I think...
just bump.
But listen, out of the 3 solo projects...
Oh, you going to give it to... Out of Quavo's, out of Takeoff's, out of Offset?
Which one was the best?
I got to let Offset's breathe and listen to it.
I think Offset's was the best. It was the most different from what they normally do. And
I'll give you that.
And it was saying more than what they normally say.
I'll give you that.
It was more about his life, his growth. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, guys. Like, I was not... The thing I love about Offset, period, is the fact that he's the most versatile Migo. He does what Takeoff can do, and he can do what Quavo does.
Yeah, he can do the rapping, and he can do the singing.
Exactly. So I was expecting to actually have Offset do both and be more open with his music choices, because he's literally able to move around in a pocket.
But he did a lot more of the rapping.
Yeah,
he did a lot more of the put the who. He
just went platinum, y'all.
But I mean, I would probably put his up there. Again, I just don't think the Migos can hold their substance like on their own. Like, they need to be the Migos. When I listen to their stuff, it's like, oh, this is good for a listen, and then after that, I'm like, you know, what's next? So I didn't really like it, man. I'll be honest with you. I was just like, I was disappointed.
Okay, since we didn't get to talk about this last week as well, Lil Pump, Harvard Dropout.
Let's get it.
Oh God, how do you like it?
Oh man, shout out to, you know, everybody who fucks with Lil Pump, because if he wasn't from South Florida,
you want to give him no?
Oh my goodness, I probably would insult him so much, man. I think it's hilarious, man. I think what he's doing is just like, you kind of understand what he's doing now. Yeah. The whole kind of just dumb, stupid rapper kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it, but I think he was good, man. The single he got with Wayne is dope. The Be Like Me track. Everybody knows the Kanye track, the Racks on Rack tracks. He put his Get It on it. I think it's dope. It's not a substance album, obviously.
It is what it is.
And it is what it is. Like, I really don't care for it. I was just like bumping it first day. I'll see him at Rolling Loud. That's it. That's it to me.
All right. So he's just gonna be what it is. I really kind of feel like Ugly God could really fit in his lane.
Yeah.
But recently, if you look at Ugly God's projections and his idea of what his music is, I think he's really trying to shift his music style. The fact that Ugly God kind of let himself like kind of take a long break, he really could fit in Lil Pump's lane. At one point, like, you do like, yo, I make this type of music, fuck it, but I can also make different types of music. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to let his music breathe, let him relax, and just let the music flow. I just want to bring up Ugly God because I think he has a lot of potential. He's very talented, and he's also from Mississippi, so I lived there for a little bit, so I gotta give him some props.
Shout out.
Gunna, Drip or Drown 2.
Drip or Drown 2. Gunna is just on this crazy flow right now, bro. Like, and I think I hate to say it, but they're on that wave. Like, him and Lil Baby, like they're killing that shit. So I think it was dope. I love the track with him and Lil Baby, Derek Fisher. Speed It Up is dope. He got, you know, Playboy Cardi on there and shit. So I love that, man. But at the same time, to me, and I would say it's much better than Lil Pump's album, but it's the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just quick.
It's quick hit. Yeah,
it's fast food music.
Yo, I call those gym albums, because that's like a 50-minute album to where I'm just like, all right, front to back, just gonna go work out real quick. Literally right after here, y'all don't see me. I'm in fucking faded ass sweatpants, about to hit my gym on. And now that we talking about this, I'm gonna hit Drip or Drown too, just because I know I'm gonna be a quick 50 minutes.
There you go.
And I'm done. But besides that, like, I'm not gonna bump that shit all the time. So it's crazy to me. But that album, much higher than Harvard. Don't get it twisted.
Don't play yourself, y'all. Don't play yourself. I think one thing I can tell you this: shout out for growth. Shout out to growth.
Yeah.
Because I'm no longer personally enticed by music that does some stuff that's repetitive or is stuck in this trap or die mindset.
Yeah.
We had Gucci Mane for that. We had Young Jeezy for that. I want my artists to be more introspective, more versatile, more able to speak about different variety of topics other than, pardon my language, fucking bitches, wearing jewelry, and getting money.
No, and that's why I love it.
Even that's things that we kind of do. I don't got no jewelry, but anyway, it's just like,
I do not trap.
I do not trap it. You know what I mean? But it's one of them things where I just need some alternative perspective. I'm a young professional now. You know what I mean? Even though my Timbs say otherwise.
He got to put the Timbs up anyway. He feel like he from New York now. B money,
B, son.
You gonna watch Decent Samiro tonight? B.
Word. But even the whole idea of what type of music I really want to hear, what I want to hear from my artists, has totally changed. I think anybody who listens to music, they can kind of say that evolution has happened for them. If you constantly listen to the same thing, it's like get fed the same food. Eventually, you're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna find something else. And as a DJ, what do you think I was playing?
Oh my God!
All
the time
in the house parties,
all the time
in the clubs.
Oh my goodness!
Like eventually, like it's cool. The radio.
People don't understand when we say, "Yo, I truthfully don't listen to Future on my own. I don't listen to Drake on my own." They're like, "How could you not Drake? How could you not? How could you not listen to Drake?" And I'm like, "Chill, Soldier Boy. The reason I don't listen to Drake is because I play 7 songs of this motherfucker every goddamn time I DJ.
Yeah.
I have a transition from God's Plan to In My Feelings, and then after that, I play Nice for What because it's the same BPM.
Yo, by the way, he's had that on film. So
yeah, it's actually a pretty dope clip. Just being real.
I actually filmed that clip, by the way. Anyway,
so like, yo, we can't. When I hear the same shit and the same shit, I don't want to hear that shit. But the thing is, with Lil Baby and Gunna and just that whole new wave, they don't even make like that club banger shit like you're saying, bro. Yeah. So this is actually shit that I could bump, like I said, in the gym and other places. So it has its place, and I agree. Like, it's refreshing.
Yeah, very refreshing. I can tell you right now, I'm listening to a lot of now that Kevin Gates is out. I love his music. I love
you do.
What's his name? NBA Youngboy. I really kind of got into really lately. I like that kind of. I'm very a mid tempo guy. Sorry, a lot of the music that you don't hear in the clubs, but it's more mid tempo stuff that not exactly the sing songy stuff, but the stuff that actually has lyrics and some feeling and emotion to it. I really listen to.
For sure.
But guys, we said that to say this. Please continue to discover better local music.
Support your local artists.
And that's the whole point of what we're doing for Orlando Passport, by the way.
We're going to bring it back to Orlando. We got a lot of local talent coming through.
Yes,
we
exactly.
got great judges there as well. I remember hearing a quote, man. It was crazy. It was like, you don't ever support your local artists until they start not hitting you, or until they start getting bigger than you, or something like that. And I was like, let's not you be that person. Exactly. All right, come out here, support our event. If you an artist, bring out some more people.
And network. Don't be a hater. Come network. Come get stamped at the Orlando Passport.
This ain't something where you mean mug. This is something where we all interacting, showing love. It's Orlando Passport, baby.
Yes, of course. And also, man, I want to make sure everybody follows the brand Fly at Knite at FLYATKNITE. Shouts us out on Twitter and Instagram. We both are very active. Me and Nicole share the access to that, so we really work hard to be as interactive as possible. Get back to you as soon as possible. Shouts out to Trini D, because he's my boy, my partner in crime.
Yeah.
Shouts out to REA. Shouts out to Kawason. Shouts out to No Swag Syndicate. That's C Forte, by the way. Shouts out to Peak Downtown for letting us have this event.
This Tuesday
going
Peak
down.
Downtown, Orlando, Florida, this Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. We are doing our Orlando Passport event. Just come out, y'all. Even if you're not performing, if you're not an artist, just show us some love, all right? I know it's spring break for y'all college folks, so just come out.
Come out. It should be a great time. I'm really excited. I really look forward to this event being great for the Orlando community. And hopefully every artist gets a chance to take part in this platform. Maybe not next week, but maybe the summer time we bring it out. Maybe the early fall run we do. And then eventually I want everybody to definitely take part in the winter break when we do, because it's important for everybody to be taking part in the platform. And just overall, to bring the whole brand together, we want local artist music to be played on this radio show.
For sure.
And we want local artist music to be taking part in my USB listening parties. And I also have a really good idea for switching up the listening parties up. We're going to talk about it, bro.
We're going to get it rolling.
So it's going to be really dope. I got an idea for my big brother who does parties in New York. He liked the idea. We going
national now.
Yeah. So he liked the idea.
State.
He liked the idea. He was like, yo, you could flip it like this. So we're going to talk about how we're going to flip it.
Son, money, B. He had to say something like
what
that.
What up, kid?
There you go. What up, kid?
But y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in from DJ Spotted It Down. And of course, DJ Trini.
D, they call me Trini D. Have a good night. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's Thursday Night School.
Let's go.